Michael, you must be bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, we are. Same pattern. Obviously, I think we pushed second half to win the game. We always had to be a little bit wary of their threat, which just came from basically kicking up the ball up the pitch and fighting for it. But we tried to break them down as we did the whole game. The disappointing thing for us is that first half we had total control of the game. And they score with their only attempt on goal. It's a good finish, but haven't scored a good goal. We obviously hit the post early on as well. Look, we should win the game, but we don't. And there's 3 penalties in the game, but the referee's only strong enough to give 2.
You mentioned the penalties there. What were your take on the 2 that were awarded in the first place?
Well, the first one's a penalty. It comes off the lad. Clearly, it hits his arm, and Lewis tucks it away well. And theirs is a penalty. It's poor defending by us. We get too tight on the edge of the box. Ben gets too tight, and then has to put his foot in where he doesn't. The player has a lot to do. Poor defending by us, and then obviously we have to go and try and win the game again, which we do. And of all the penalties, the one on which isn't given is the clearest one.
Unfortunately, it's another lead let slip. That's happening too often, isn't it?
Yep, that's happened too often this season.
What can you do to address that? Is it a mentality thing?
Defend better. Got to defend better. We lose late goals, whether it's mental, whether it's fatigue, whether it's concentration. It's probably all of those things if we're honest, but it's something that's in our makeup at the minute that obviously we need to get rid of.
Is it also a responsibility to score when you're on top in games to make sure you're too far ahead to be caught?
Well, yeah, because one of the problems when we consistently make changes, attacking changes. I don't think anyone could accuse me of ever being negative for the substitutions. We always bring attacking players onto the pitch as much as we can. We obviously had to take Jaggy Elk off today. The tight, he had a bit of a little groin concern, and so that was a substitute we used, which limited us a little bit. And maybe when you have that, because we're always trying to win the game, maybe then when you get ahead, we're a little bit vulnerable defensively. But typically the goals we lose are they're not from, I would say, great play by the opposition. They're from persistence more than anything else. The ball goes in our box and we maybe don't clear the first one well enough and the opposition are up in the next one, or it's awful long. Basically, Peterborough just played behind the ball today. They kicked the ball long, not very dissimilar to what we faced in Tuesday night against Barnsley. And that's the nature of the league we're in, but we have got to be, when we get ahead as we did again today, we've got to be better at seeing the game out.